ਸੋ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਫਿਰ ਆਪ ਸਭ ਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਰਿਲੀਜੀਅਸ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ। ਇੱਕ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹਰਬੰਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ ਆ ਕੇ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਇਆ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਧਰਮ ਹੈ ਕੀ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ। ਅੱਜ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਡਿਸਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਧਰਮ ਤੋਂ। ਅਸੀਂ ਧਰਮੀ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਖਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਮੰਦਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਬਾਵਜੂਦ ਸਾਡੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਰਹੀ। ਅਸੀਂ ਦੁਖੀ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਟੈਂਸ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਪਰੈਸਡ ਹਾਂ। ਕਿਵੇਂ ਧਰਮ ਦਾ ਸਹੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਗੂ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਆਓ ਇसी ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੁੜ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੋੜਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹਰਬੰਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੇ ਹਾਂ। ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Happy, in the last episode we discussed the concept of God of Guru Nanak, Ik Onkar, and we discussed that the God of Nanak is a way of life.
Right.
It is how to be a good human being. God of Nanak is universal truth, and universal truth has no religion.
Right.
Universal truth has no division, and this was exactly the point of Guru Nanak. God of Nanak is not a Christian, Bodhi or Muslim, and God of Nanak is black, brown or what. White is a way of life, how to be a good human being. And a God, the universal truth, Guru Nanak Pasha say, cannot be divided into classes and ideology. If we really understand that,
Right.
all is one and one and all was the message of Guru Nanak. Now, when we look at the cosmic laws, Harpiji, cosmic laws don't discriminate.
Right.
And it does not discriminate based on color, creed, and ideology. That is oneness of God.
Right.
You know, that is the oneness of God. Oneness of God is a blueprint, in fact, for the brotherhood of mankind. If we really understand, it's a way of life. It has no religion. It has no division, and you cannot label the God. Brother is a brother of is the blueprint for the. If we really understand the concept, it is a blueprint for the brotherhood of mankind.
Right.
Human respect and unity, unconditional love, and pluralism.
Right.
And when we understand the concept of God of Guru Nanak, and world peace and oneness of God. English philosopher, I was reading Harpiji as we were discussing that if we understand what really oneness of God means, and then there are no divisions. There are
Right.
no chances of any kind of divisions. The divisions come from, this is English philosopher. He said that, I am so convinced that the religious intolerance that had rent the Europe apart was simply an inadequate idea of God.
Right.
Actually, there has been a 30-year war in Europe.
Yeah.
It's my God and your God.
Right.
You know, Catholics and Protestants, and a million Sunnis and Shias
Shias.
are killed in the same way in the name of God. And if we understand the concept of God, of oneness of Guru Nanak, and there is no room for conflict, there is no room for labels, there is no room for divisions. But if we understand that, and then when Guru Nanak was asked, what is the spiritual universal truth, what you're talking about? What is that God? The answer was very clear also. My God is Shabd Guru.
Right.
My God is Bani Guru, Gyan Guru. God is divine wisdom, divine knowledge, divine intellect. And my God is not, it's a big shift from like external God, from the God that was supernatural, high God, God of heavens. Guru Sahib says, no, my God is divine wisdom. And God is not a being, and it is a divine wisdom. What is the relevance of when Guru Nanak Pasha says that my God is a divine wisdom, my God is intellect, my God is a knowledge. Kah Kabir mein so gur paya jaka na viveko. God is not a being, as I mentioned. And we must note here that a complete shift from 1,000 years old, from external supernatural being, deity, to Shabd Guru, Bani Guru, divine wisdom, divine knowledge. What is the religion of divine wisdom? What is the religion of divine knowledge?
Right,
What is the
nothing.
religion of divine intellect?
No.
Divine wisdom is not a Christian Muslim. So this is what Guru Nanak Pasha says when he says, my God is a divine wisdom and divine knowledge.
Right.
And Shabd Guru Surt. Now, here is the importance of, when Guru says this, what is the relevance of this God, the Shabd Guru, Bani Guru, divine wisdom and divine knowledge in our daily life? Guru Pasha explained this, RPG, Shabd Guru, Surt
Sultan
Jela.
Jela.
You know, this is the relevance. Student of divine wisdom is my surt, my consciousness, soul, Atma. And divine wisdom, knowledge, God, transform my consciousness of ignorance, egoistic, slave of my own thoughts, my own ignorant mind, into consciousness that is spiritually awakened, aware, virtuous, and enlightened. That is the purpose of God of Guru Nanak, as we're talking about,
Right.
is about transforming my inner consciousness. That is the relationship of God of Guru Nanak in my
Right.
daily life. And conscious, this is the relationship, I call it. A conscious is a hardware, and divine is a software. This is
Right.
how the consciousness transform our daily life.
Right.
Now, the God, the divine wisdom and knowledge, Guru Pasha says, is the power, has the transformational power to decide what is wrong, what is right. That the relevance of God of Guru Nanak in our daily life. Guru Pasha says, Gyan Anjan Gurdiya, Agyan Andher Vinas. Darkness of ignorance can only be dispelled through wisdom, knowledge. Transformation of consciousness only happen through divine wisdom and divine knowledge. All human progress, in fact, if we look at that, all human progress is through intellect. Intellect, when guided by divine principles, can transform the whole world.
Right.
Intellect, when is guided by divine principle, and that transforms the whole world,
Right.
create peace, happiness in the world, create our inner world, and that knowledge creates our inner world.
Right.
Now, here's the point I just want to say. When we say the transformational knowledge, wisdom have a transformational creative power, this is what Guru Nanak Pasha is saying. When we say God is a creator, yes, God is a creator of my enlightened consciousness. God of Guru Nanak create my enlightened consciousness within, create of my true self, my inner universe. That is the creative power of God. And God is, Guru Nanak Pasha is not talking about creation of physical world. Guru Nanak Pasha, when talk about creative power of God, it create about inner power,
Right.
inner transformation. And divine wisdom, knowledge, intellect has no religion,
Right.
has no, is a universal truth, is not black, white, and brown. Wisdom, knowledge,
Yeah.
has no religion.
Absolutely.
Wisdom, divine wisdom, and knowledge has no, is not
There are no
black,
boundaries.
white, or brown.
Absolutely.
And
There are no boundaries.
And also, here is also the divine wisdom, the transformational power is not a belief, it's not an assumption, it's not a faith, it's not a mental context, it's not a machination. It exists. It has a transformational power in
Right.
us. Concept of God, Guru Nanak, is not a being, as I said, is not a personal God. It is an impersonal universal truth. God is not to have, God is to be experienced. God of Nanak is
Right.
to be experienced
Right.
in our daily life. Now, when Guru Nanak says, my God is a Gobind Guni Nidana,
Ji.
Guru Nanak says, my God is a trier of virtues. And when we discuss divine wisdom, now Guru says, my God is Gobind Guni Nidan, my God is a trier of virtues. Harjit Guru says, God is compassion.
Yeah.
in a concern for others. My God is a tolerance, accepting others the way they are, not building walls, breaking walls. Guru says, my God is kindness, love, contentment, equality, harmony. God is in one big family. That's the treasure of virtues of Guru Nanak. That's within all of us.
Yeah.
Guru Sahib says that God is within all of us. And this is our true self. And we discussed in our past episode that true nature of every human being is the basic goodness.
Yeah.
Guru Nanak Parsha says, this is our true self. This is who we are. And how do we realize this God? You know, when Guru says, my God is a treasure of virtues, compassion, kindness. Now, what is this meaning in our daily life? How do we realize this?
Start having those qualities in you and you are nearer to God.
How do we realize that?
Yeah.
Guru Pacha say, Avgun shod guna ko tavo, kar avgun pachatai diye.
Ji.
So what it means, we have to empty out your vices, evil thoughts, your mind that is not you. And this is a cause of your stress, depression, and anxiety, that you are slave of your own mind. Through divine wisdom, knowledge, we internalize and live the godly virtues on a daily basis.
Right.
How to be a good human being, conscious transformation, become virtuous, compassion, tolerant. This is realizing the God within. When we transformation of consciousness, we live those virtues every day. That is realizing the God within.
Right.
That's the relevance of God in our daily life.
Ji.
Realizing the meaning of life, live in peace, happiness, and joy. This is how we, spread happiness. We are happy. We spread happiness all around. Pleasantness. This is how we experience, realize, live the God of Guru Nanak in daily life.
Right.
And then Guru Nanak Pasha says, my God is the totality of the nature. Is God is the embodiment of the laws of nature. Palihari Kudrat Vasya. When we talk about Ikonkar, we talk about divine wisdom, treasure of virtues, Guru says, my God is a Palihari Kudrat Vasya. When we say Rab Jare Jare Ch Vasda Hega, then we are talking about God as the embodiment of the laws of nature. Right. In Gurbani, Guru Harpreet Ji, nature and God has been discussed in the same context.
Right.
We will explain that what it means in our daily life. I know there has been philosophers in the past who called nature God. They done that in the past. In spiritual philosophy of Nanak, God means a way of life.
Yeah.
Now, spiritual guiding principles, how to be satyara, good human. When Guru Nanak called nature God, what Nanak is saying, God is as I said, God is the embodiment of the laws of nature, Kudrat, the unchangeable laws of nature, the laws of universe. Nanak called will of God.
Right.
It's called Raja, Pana, will of God. Hukum andar sabko, bahar hukum na kahe. That's the meaning in our daily life. And a meaning, everything in the world happen according to the laws of nature.
Right.
And that's what we call God is Jare Jare Ch Vasda Hega. That means it's everything in the universe
is happening
according to the laws of nature.
Right.
In Asadiwar, Guru Nanak Pacha very clearly explained that the air, the water, the fire, the sun, the moon, the stars, the birds, that's good, bad. Everything in this world happen according to the laws of nature.
Right.
Nature as a concept of God provide us spiritual instructions, a way of life, in relevance in our daily life. This means surrendering to the will of God, hukum, surrendering to the unchangeable laws of nature, accept the situations the way the situations are.
Right.
In a modern term, they call it living in the present.
Right.
That's what Guru Pacha says, Balihari Kudrat Vasya. This is what Guru Pacha is saying, living in the present. Our stress, worries, our anxieties come from living in the way of conflict, denying the reality.
Absolutely.
That's the spiritual philosophy behind Balihari Kudrat Vasya. Accept the situation the way it is, Pana Manana, Hukum Panana, Raja Manana. Once we learn to live in the way of surrender, we find peace, happiness, realize God as a nature. Hukme andar sab ko, bahar hukm na koi. Nothing happen in outside the law, in the violations of the laws of nature.
Absolutely. This is what religious teachings were. They were a living manual, guidance to us to live a happy life, and we unfortunately just got involved in the ceremonies and rituals, but we forgot the basic concept of what these religious teachings told us. Thank you very much for your time, for being here. We'll continue with our discussion in our future episode. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਜੀ। ਤੋ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਸ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ 'ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹਰਬੰਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਈ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਇੱਕ ਸੋਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪ੍ਰਚਲਿਤ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਧਰਮ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਬਿਹਤਰ ਹੈ। ਧਰਮ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਜੀਵਨ ਜਾਚ ਸੀ, ਧਰਮ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਗਨੋਰੈਂਸ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ, ਡਾਰਕਨੈਸ 'ਚੋਂ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਹਕੀਕਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਸੀ। ਦੁਨੀਆ ਭਰ ਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਲੱਖਾਂ ਹੀ ਲੋਕ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਗਏ। ਕੀ ਧਰਮ ਇਹ ਸਿਖਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਇੱਕ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਨਾ? ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਧਰਮ ਤਾਂ ਵਨਨੈਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਲ ਬ੍ਰਦਰਹੁੱਡ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਹਕੀਕਤ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਰ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕੇ ਕਿ ਅਸਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਧਰਮ ਕੀ ਹੈ। ਧਰਮ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਨਰ ਟਰਾਂਸਫਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਗੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੈ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੂਲ ਮੰਤਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਰੱਬ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਣ ਨੇ, ਜਾਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਹੀਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਾਗੂ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਲ ਲਾਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਅਧੀਨ ਹੀ ਇਹ ਨੇਚਰ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਹੈ, ਨੇਚਰ ਹੀ ਰੱਬ ਹੈ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਪਰ ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕ ਰਹੇ? ਇਸ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ 'ਤੇ ਫੋਕਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਸਕੀਏ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਨੂਅਲ ਹੈ, ਲਿਵਿੰਗ ਮੈਨੂਅਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੋਜ਼ਮਰਾ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਡਾਪਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਭਰਿਆ ਜੀਵਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਤੀਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਿਸ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਵਾਂਝੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੋ ਯਤਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਸ਼ਾਮਿਲ ਹੋਈਏ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਹਰਬੰਸ ਸਿੰਘ ਕੰਡੋਲਾ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਅੱਗੇ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ। ਪਰ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇਹ ਤਦ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਜੇਕਰ ਵਾਕਈ 'ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਚਿੰਤਤ ਆ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਧਰਮ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੁੜ ਰਹੇ, ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸੈਲਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਪਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜੀਵਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੋਲ ਮਾਡਲਸ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਆਈਏ। ਲੈਣੇ ਇੱਕ ਛੋਟੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਜੀ। ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਰਵਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੀ ਸਮਾਪਤੀ। ਵੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ ਦਾ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸ਼ੋ।